Today, we are going to expose one of the most dangerous psychological manipulators, the covert narcissist. Unlike the overt narcissist, who flaunts arrogance and dominance openly, the covert narcissist is far more insidious, lurking in the shadows, disguised as a victim, a helper, or even the nicest person you've ever met. They don't announce their toxic nature up front. They don't say, "Hello, I'm a covert narcissist, and I'm going to slowly erode your confidence, your happiness, and your reality." No. Instead, they weave deception into their words, hiding behind false humility, guilt-tripping, and passive aggression. But here's the good news. Today, I will reveal 5 specific phrases that covert narcissists use. These are not just red flags, they are alarm bells. The moment you hear them, your intuition should scream danger. Your ears are your greatest defense. Because once you learn to decode their language, you will never be fooled again. And beware, because the last phrase I'll expose today is the most dangerous of them all. If you hear it, even from someone you love, run. Don't explain. Don't hesitate. Just leave. This is not just a video. This is knowledge that can save you years, even decades of emotional pain. So before we dive in, make sure to like this video so it reaches others who need this message. And if you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's begin. Phrase number 1. What should I do to make you love me? This sentence may sound sweet, even vulnerable, but don't be fooled. It is one of the covert narcissist's most deceptive traps. When they say, "Tell me, what should I do to make you love me?" they are not seeking a genuine connection. They are not interested in love. They are interested in control. What they really mean is, give me the blueprint to your heart. Tell me your weaknesses. Tell me how I can manipulate you into thinking I'm your perfect match. This is the honeymoon phase of narcissistic abuse, also known as love bombing. During this stage, the covert narcissist becomes a chameleon. They observe everything about you, your values, your dreams, your fears, your favorite music, even the way you express emotions. Then, they mirror you so perfectly that you start to believe, this person is my soulmate. They understand me like no one else. But this is not love. This is data collection. A person who truly loves you doesn't ask, "What should I do to make you love me?" Because love is not a transaction. Real love is built on mutual understanding, not on one person pretending to be the ideal version of what the other wants. So beware. The moment someone asks you this question, don't be flattered. Be alarmed, because the only reason a covert narcissist asks this is to turn your dreams into your prison. Phrase number 2. Our relationship is the strongest relationship. When a covert narcissist says, "Our relationship is the strongest relationship," or "Our love is the most beautiful love," it may initially sound like the pinnacle of romantic sentiment. It might even make you feel special, like you found something rare, something unbreakable. But make no mistake, this is one of the most dangerous manipulative phrases in their arsenal. Think about it. How can someone claim to know the depth of every relationship, especially when the covert narcissist has only experienced a small fraction of them? They haven't lived every love story. They don't have the perspective to judge relationships as a whole. So why are they so eager to make this assertion? Because they don't care about comparing love to anything else. They care about owning you. By claiming that your relationship is the strongest, the covert narcissist is sending a hidden message. No one else will ever love you like I do. This is the emotional trap. They want you to feel as though you have no other choice. If you even entertain the thought of leaving, you will be led to believe that no one will love you as intensely, as deeply, or as exclusively as they do. The subtle implication: you'll never find another person who understands you or matches you like I do. This is where the narcissist's manipulation intensifies. They want to drain you of your emotional energy, your time, and your life force. They want to keep you dependent, believing that your only value is in their validation. And when they've drained you dry, they'll discard you for their next victim, only to repeat the cycle. So when you hear this phrase, understand that it's not a declaration of love. It's a declaration of control. It's a sign that you're dealing with someone who doesn't want a partner. They want a possession. Phrase number 3. My ex-partners are cheaters. When a covert narcissist says, all my ex-partners are cheaters, they are presenting themselves as the eternal victim, and it's one of their most manipulative tactics. On the surface, it sounds like they are opening up to you, being vulnerable, and showing that they've been hurt. But don't be fooled. This is all part of their strategy. The covert narcissist needs to maintain the image of someone who is pure, innocent, and deserving of unconditional love. By claiming that every ex was unfaithful, they are subtly positioning themselves as the one person who has been wronged, and by doing so, they paint you as their savior. You are the one they trust now because you are better than their cheating exes. You are special. And here's where the manipulation sets in. In order to prove your worthiness and the depth of your love, you are expected to sacrifice everything: your friends, family, your career, your identity. Because, according to them, you are the only one who truly understands and would never betray them. The narcissist sets up an emotional trap, making you believe that your loyalty to them is proof of your value. But this is a classic narcissistic tactic. They want you to feel responsible for their healing. They want you to endure their toxic behavior because, after all, they're the victim. And if you leave or stand up for yourself, you're betraying them, just like their ex-partners did. This isn't vulnerability. This is manipulation. They've taken on the role of a docile lamb when, in reality, they are the predatory wolf, using your empathy and trust to control you. Phrase number 4. My ex is stalking me. If you ever hear a covert narcissist say, my ex is stalking me, or she's obsessed with me, she's stupid, he's mentally unstable, this should raise immediate red flags. It may sound like a genuine account of an abusive ex who can't move on, but in reality, it's nothing more than narcissistic defamation, a tool they use to control the narrative. Here's how it works. When a covert narcissist ends a relationship, they don't simply walk away. They begin a campaign of smear and distortion. They will tell everyone that their ex is crazy, unstable, and fixated on them. If you're in a relationship with a covert narcissist, they may even show you messages or calls from this ex-partner, demonstrating their so-called obsession with the narcissist. But have you ever stopped to ask, what did they do to this person? Why is this ex so angry? The answer is often narcissistic abuse. The narcissist will distort the truth, painting themselves as the innocent victim while making their ex out to be the villain. This is a form of projection, where they attribute their own toxic behaviors, lying, gaslighting, and manipulation, to the other person. The ex-partner may have been the one who suffered, but the narcissist wants you to believe that they were the one who was wronged. Now, here's where the real danger lies. The covert narcissist is subtly telling you that your fate will be the same as this ex's. When they discard you, they will defame your character in the same way, portraying themselves as the innocent one and you as the villain. They want to set the stage for a future breakup, making it clear that they are always the victim in every situation, and that any relationship they have will inevitably be toxic because they are so vulnerable to betrayal. This is their way of controlling you, keeping you on your toes, and making sure you are emotionally invested enough to stay loyal, even in the face of their cruelty. But remember, this isn't a real story of abuse. It's a narrative constructed to keep you trapped in their web of deceit. Phrase number 5. All women are fallen. All men are traitors. This is the ultimate red flag, the sentence that should trigger your immediate exit from a relationship. If you hear a partner say, all women are fallen, or in the case of a covert narcissistic woman, all men are bad and traitors, you need to run. Run as fast as you can. This is not just a harmless opinion. It is a statement of deep-seated misogyny or misandry, depending on the gender of the narcissist. But regardless of the specific words used, the message is the same. All people of the opposite sex are untrustworthy, and they are inherently bad. So, what does this really mean? At first, it may sound like a rant or a bitter complaint about past relationships, but it's far more insidious than that. By saying this, the covert narcissist is indirectly insulting you, even if you're the person they claim to love. Let's break it down. If they say, all women are fallen, or all men are traitors, what they are doing is subtly including you in that category, whether they realize it or not. They might try to backpedal by saying, oh, not you, you're different. But don't be fooled. The fact that they've grouped all women or all men together speaks volumes about their inner worldview. The covert narcissist is not just venting their frustration or disappointment. They are showing you how they truly feel about your gender. They are telling you that, deep down, they despise you. Yes, the covert narcissist hates women, or they hate men, depending on their gender. It's a deep-seated hate that doesn't just affect their past relationships. It colors their perception of everyone. This hatred is so powerful that it affects how they treat the people closest to them. The narcissist sees women as untrustworthy, treacherous, and ultimately disposable. But there's more. The narcissist's behavior is rooted in revenge. They believe that women or men, by their very nature, will betray them. So in their twisted logic, they act out their own betrayal first. They cheat to preemptively strike before they can be betrayed. This cycle is deeply destructive, but it's rooted in their own projection of their hatred. Now, here's where the real trap lies. If you hear this kind of statement, you might start to internalize it. You might think, I need to prove that I'm different. I need to prove that I'm not like the other women or men they've been with. And this is where the narcissist's manipulation becomes even more dangerous. They gaslight you into believing that their hatred of your gender is somehow justified, and you will sacrifice everything to prove your loyalty. But here's the truth. You can never prove enough. No matter what you do, you will never be able to convince them that you're worthy of their respect or trust. In their eyes, you are a fallen woman or a traitorous man, unworthy of loyalty, respect, or kindness. And the more you try to prove your worth, the more you feed into their narcissistic needs. If you hear this phrase, know that it's not just a warning about a toxic person. It's a warning about someone who sees you as nothing more than an object to control and abuse. They will never see you as human. They will never see you as worthy of respect. And they will never treat you like an equal partner. So if you hear this from someone, run. Because you are not safe, and no amount of love or loyalty will change their view of you. In conclusion, there's no need to overcomplicate things when it comes to identifying toxic people in our lives. The key is to trust your instincts, listen carefully to the words they say, and pay attention to their actions. Life is a great teacher, and our own experiences give us the wisdom to recognize these harmful individuals and steer clear of them. By doing so, we protect our well-being and reclaim our happiness. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and share, so others can benefit too. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Leave a comment below, and I'll look forward to reading them. Until next time, take care and be happy.